Welcome to lesson 22 of religious studies. We will be going over the next long question. Let's go. With regard to religious coverage in the media, explain what is meant by each of the following. So we have stereotyping, bias, impartiality, sensationalism, and factual account. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go over these 5 topics and I'm going to explain it to you. So, bear in mind, remember the question, or you can always go back in the video to answer the question. Let's start off with stereotyping. What is stereotyping? This is a generalization of someone or a group of people that is fixed and widely held. That one has accepted unquestioningly from others without personal reflection or experience or research. The acceptance is based on a preconceived idea or ignorance or prejudice. An example would be, you guys can't see the example. Let me just adjust the camera. Okay. An example would be Germans are anti-Jew. Okay. That is your definition of stereotyping. Okay, let's move on. Secondly, we have bias. Can you guys see? I'm just going to adjust my camera. Don't know what's going on with the camera today. Okay. What is bias? This is unfair favoring of one point it is similar to prejudice it is the opposite of impartiality, which we're going to go over just now. An example would be in the apartheid, Jeez. Gosh, sorry guys. Okay, is that better? I'm hoping it doesn't move again. The state was biased towards a specific interpretation of the Bible that favored white supremacy. Okay, that is what bias is. And then you also have an example. Let's go over the next topic. The next topic is impartiality. Okay, impartiality means reporting. Remember, we're talking about the media here. All sides of an issue without favoring anyone. Synonyms of impartiality: are neutrality. That means being neutral in a situation, not taking sides. Another one is fairness, non-bias, it is the opposite of bias and prejudice. Here's an example. The example is the South African Constitution shows impartiality in matters of religion or race. So impartiality is fairness, as being fair. Let's go over to the next one. The next term that we have is sensationalism. Sensationalism is reporting with the intention of raising hype around an issue. The reason is often commercial, to attract attention, and again it's about money and to get sales. There is less concern to take a reasoned approach. So they're not interested in being reasonable and addressing this situation from all sides, all angles. They're just interested in promoting sales and getting money. there is less concern to take a reasoned approach. I'm just going to erase this so I can continue with sensationalism, because it is quite a bit that needs to be explained. There is no concern to get the truth of the matter. Let's move on to an example of sensationalism. An example is the pastor who sprayed the congregation with insecticide. Now, this became an international thing. It received worldwide publicity. And nobody really cared to get to the bottom of the issue. People were just interested in it because there was a hype around it. It's sensationalism. Okay, so now you have an example. Let's move on to the last one. We're going to go over factual account. Factual account. This is an account that reports the facts without emotive language. Okay? It is the opposite of sensationalism or emotional or bias account. Here's an example. A report on the Roman Catholic priests that balances the good and the bad, showing the proportion of those involved in child abuse and you guys can't see. I'm just going to continue from that the previous word. In child abuse and measuring this against the general population. So that is what factual account is. Okay, so when we go back again to our question, you would answer. The question says, with regard to religious coverage in the media, explain what is meant by each of the following terms. So when you're explaining, this is what you would explain, exactly what I've taught you now in terms of each word and what they mean, and you can also give an example if you want to. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again next time in lesson 23.